This is just what the doctor ordered.
Hello and welcome to Just What the Doctor Ordered, the show where I give you your weekly dose of cricket. Let's start the show.
This is just what the doctor ordered.
The story this week, and Kevin Pietersen caused outrage and confusion whilst entertaining all of us as he released his autobiography. So it's been pretty much exactly what Kevin Pietersen has been doing throughout his cricketing career. Now, they say that you should never judge a book by its cover, but the fact that Kevin Pietersen mentions his own name twice on the cover, and the fact that there's a smouldering selfie portrait that would make Shane Warne blush, well, it doesn't tell you the whole story, but it does tell you plenty. On the first page alone, Kevin Pietersen uses the word I a staggering 17 times. Now, in that way, this is a quite predictable book, with lots of vitriol and so much complaining about the English team that it even made Bob Willis smile. Well, deep down. Unsurprisingly, Pietersen uses his book for a lot of score settling. He describes Andy Flower first as a mood hoover, and then as contagiously sour, infectiously dour. He also describes Alistair Cook as the sort of man who likes to avoid conflict, a bit like Ned Flanders. Now, the biggest unanswered question from the Kevin Pietersen saga is why was Kevin Pietersen sacked by the ECB? Now, as of yet, nobody has been able to answer this question fully. We've only been told that in whispers and leaks through journalists who are loyal to the ECB, and on the opposite side, only through Piers Morgan, who is loyal to whoever is willing to be his friend at any given point in time. Now, the ECB have failed to answer this simple question, which either means that they're being incompetent, devious, or both. Now, there are plenty of revealing nuggets of truth in the book, but the most revealing aspects are about Pietersen himself, when he dedicates an entire chapter to a character assassination of Matt Pryor, the same man who tried to rebuild KP's bridges after Texgate in 2012. It does prove to us that Pietersen is the most unreliable narrator of a story since Verbal Kint in The Usual Suspects. The fallout from the book has been proportionately shrill and disingenuous. What is strikingly obvious is that without fail, every former teammate who has come out publicly to criticise Pietersen has either been dishonest or straight up lied. The best example is Graeme Swann, who described this book as the biggest work of fiction since Jules Verne. Well, actually, Graeme, you're a pretty good fiction author yourself, aren't you? Swann then refuted Pietersen's allegations of workplace bullying within the England team, saying there was absolutely no bullying. Bowlers never had a go at fielders for dropping catches. Well, Graeme, I would be happy to take your word for it. It's just that a few years ago, a well-placed source told me the complete opposite.
Anderson would give you had you just dropped a catch off him, or actually just a mild bit of misfielding off him.
His face?
Yeah.
Oh, his face. It's what's coming out of his mouth that's worse.
Now, I know you'll be angry, Graeme, but this is just how the internet works. I mean, you start out trying to make a few YouTube videos, trying to crack a few jokes here and there, and before you know it, you're making a fool out of yourself in front of millions of people. It's just the way it goes sometimes.
This is just what the doctor ordered.
Meanwhile, it was a standard week in Pakistan cricket. Hot on the heels of having two of their most valuable players reported for suspect actions, Pakistan proceeded to crumble against Australia in the UAE, then they dropped Misbah-ul-Haq from the team, and to add insult to injury, they made Shahid the freebie captain. Pakistan are having a terrible time of it right now, losing the one-off T20 against Australia before being thrashed 3-0 in the bilateral ODI series that followed. In the third and final ODI, Pakistan needed just 2 runs off the final over against Glenn Maxwell, who at the current rate is going to be the only off-spinner left in international cricket. So what happened next? Option A. Did Pakistan forfeit the match after Misbah-ul-Haq tried to sneak to the crease as number 11? Option B. Was the match abandoned after a mid-over sandstorm? Or option C. Glenn Maxwell. bowl a double wicket maiden. If you guessed option C, give yourself a pat on the back, because if we're being honest, it was the least plausible option. Now, after this match, I was starting to get a sense of deja vu all over again, so I made a handy graphic to explain the beauty of Pakistan cricket.
This is just what the doctor ordered.
This tweet comes courtesy of the international cricketer most likely to win a pie throwing and pie eating contest on the same day. It is Tim Bresnan. Now, earlier this week, Alex Stewart informed us all that he was told Stuart Broad, Graeme Swann and Tim Bresnan each had the password to the KP Genius parody Twitter account. This, of course, has huge implications. Firstly, that the ECB might have covered up workplace bullying towards Kevin Pietersen. And secondly, that, oh my god, these are grown men arguing over a fake Twitter account that was shut down 2 years ago. Seriously, you all have children, stop behaving like jealous high school girls.
This is just what the doctor ordered.
Now, as a doctor, I'm constantly telling my patients that they need to take their 5 a day. That is to say, 5 YouTube videos of Sachin Tendulkar every day. Until next time, I've been Nishant Joshi, and this was Just What the Doctor Ordered.
This is just